Hey, welcome to the third tutorial, and this is going to deal with the top layer, the U layer or the third layer after you've done the second layer or the middle layer. So you must have noticed that when you have finished with the middle layer, you have a pattern on the top layer. It would be three cases, one which will be this dot, the second would have a sort of line, and the third will have a sort of L. I'll show all of those cases, and the first one would be this one. When you have all of the edges flipped, I mean none of these edges are yellow on top. So what you do is F R U R prime U prime F prime, and then you have an L sort of thing. Notice the edges, it looks like an L, small L. Obviously this could have extended, but for the time being that's how it's recognized. So when you have this L, you move it away and it sort of forms an arrow towards your right hand, and what you do is place it like there, and then you do F U R U prime R prime F prime, and then you have the cross. The whole objective of this step is to make a cross on the U layer using the edges, not the corners, just the edges. So let's move on to the second case. It looks familiar, right? So this can directly occur when you have finished the middle layer, and all you do is the same algorithm: F U R U prime R prime F prime, and there you have the cross. Simple. The third case. In the third case you have a line sort of thing, and what you do is you make the line face horizontally like this, and you do this algorithm: F, you bring it to the top to replace it, U, you move it away or break this pair, U, then you have to insert it because we have the yellow piece on the back, U prime, then we move it, reset it, and now that we have reset it, we need to reset it as it was before, and we have this. So that was F R U R prime F prime, and there we have the cross. So when you have the cross, there is this algorithm that you have to learn, because it is the repetition of this algorithm that gives you the next step, and that is R U R prime U prime R U2 R prime. So basically what that algorithm is, you can just picture it using this piece, these two pieces. So picture it like this: you take it out, R U, now you have to reset it when you have taken it out, R prime, then you move it away, and then now you have moved it away, then you have to reset it again. So bring it up, and then you have to reset it. Okay, this will solve your corners on the U layer, and you have to do it multiple times until you get this pattern. This is the penultimate pattern that you need to get in order to make all of the pieces on the top layer yellow, or whichever color you chose. Yeah, so if you have this pattern, it's called the fish pattern, by the way. It looks like a fish, barely. Okay, so it there is a cross, and one of the pieces is flipped, corner pieces, and the and you have to place it this way. This corner should be in the left side over here, and you have to check this corner piece. If this piece faces towards you, then if you do that algorithm, it would solve these pieces as well. So what you do is picture it, you bring it out, move it away from you, and now you have to insert it and then reset it. It solved it. Great. Another case that I want to show you is this one. This is exhibiting the fish pattern, but you notice that this piece isn't yellow, or the piece that is on the top layer. So you have to do that algorithm again. Take it out, move it this pair away, insert it, reset it. Now you have this algorithm. So repeat after me. Take it out, move it away, insert it, reset it. Great. Few other cases that you might encounter is this one. When the corner pieces are aligned, these two are facing this way, and these two the yellow piece is facing that way, and over here the yellow piece is facing towards you. It's called the T case because it forms like a T. Yeah. So all you do is the same algorithm, r u r prime u r u2 r prime. Then you have this fish pattern again, r u r prime u r u2 r prime. So you may also have this sort of thing. I'll just set it up. Oh, I'm sorry, that the previous one was the pi case. This is called the T case. Yes. So what you do is you do that same algorithm from any of the angle, r u r prime u r u2 r prime. Then you have this fish pattern, but this is not yellow, so you do that algorithm again, r u r u2 r prime. And now you have that case when it would solve these pieces. Take it out, move it away, insert it, reset it. You will have 2 or 3 more cases, but it is doing just the same thing. If you find a difficulty, then do ask your questions in the comments below. And moving on to orienting these corner pieces. What I mean by that is you must have solved the upper layer, but this layer is not solved. Alright, and now we are going to do that same thing. So what you do is you search for a headlight, and what that is there are 2 solved pieces. What I mean by solved it is these 2 pieces are the same color. Check this side. These 2 pieces aren't the same color on the U layer. These 2 pieces aren't the same color. These 2 aren't, but these 2 are. So what you do is you face this to your left, the headlight to your left, and then you do this algorithm, r u r prime f prime R U R prime U prime R prime F R2 U prime R prime. Yes, it's a pretty big algorithm, but I'll do it again in and hope you find it easier this time. So what that algorithm is, you take this pair out R, you take this pair out U R prime, then you reset this pair and you put this pair over here with an F prime. Then what you do is a sexy move, R U R prime U prime. You notice these two pairs moving around. Then now we have to match these two pieces with these two pieces, which we'll do with an R prime. Then we have to bring it to the top layer, F, which matches this with the which fixes that, and we have to place this piece over here. And how we are going to do it, with an R2 U prime R prime. It won't make it really that easy, but we have to kind of learn it. So again, to bring this pair out, R prime, you place it over here, F prime, you move it on the top. If you can remember the sexy move, then you can, it's good. You take it out, you reset this, you bring it back to where it was, then you match it. Then you have to fix this pair which is there in your left side, so you do it F prime to bring it on the top. Now you have to bring it over here, so you do an R2, then you do a U prime, then you an R prime. Great. There is one case that you might encounter, which is you will not find these pieces same. So what you do is you do that same algorithm twice. So take it out, bring it to your left, take this one out, place it back where it was, match it with the center where it was, bring it to the top, now fix it. Then there you have this headlight. So place the headlight to your left. When you have placed it to your left, you do the same algorithm again. Take it out, reset this one, move it to your left, take this pair out, move it over here on the top, fix this with this, then you have to fix this, so bring it on the top layer, you have to put it over here. So there you have these pieces solved. The corners would be solved, but the edges will not be solved. B layer. Okay, so you hold the cube like this in the ideal position, and then you do this. You move this piece over here down. So you do an F2, then you have to check this piece or this piece matches with the center. If the piece on the left matches with the center, you do a U prime. But if the piece on the right matches with the center, you do a U. So I did a U over here, and then what we do is bring this down. So you can imagine it like bringing two lines down. So I brought these two lines down, then we reverse what we did, F2, Now that we have reversed it, we bring these two lines to the place where they belong, that is on the top layer. So this piece is kind of odd, so let's match it with the center. We've matched it with the center, then we do F2. Okay, so you may also have this piece that needs to go. Okay, we do an F2, then the piece on your left has to go to the center, so you bring this piece with the over here, so you match it, you bring these two lines down, and then you flip it, then you bring these two lines on the top layer. When you have made it on the top layer, you match this with this, so you can imagine it like matching this with the center, and you do an F2. You may also have something like this, where none of the pieces or none of the side have matched, the edge has not matched the center, so you will not have two colors completed, if you can remember it that way. So what you do is you do either of the two algorithms, that is f f2 u prime or f2 u. Here I'll just do f2 u, then bring these two layer down, rotate it, bring these two up, fix this, and then do this. So what it does is it forms one color completely, rather now white is solved as it was already, and it solves another piece, another layer. So you move this piece to the back side. Now you check after doing an F2 which piece needs to come in the center, the left one or the right one. Here it's the right one, so you bring it to the center. So when they are matched, you bring these two lines down. When these two lines are brought down, you do an F2. Now we bring them to the top. Now we match this edge piece with the center, and we do an F2. And there you have it. You have your cube solved. And if you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.